PHL17 Morning News. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m. on PHL17.
Next on PHL17 Morning News, ready for his big moment, Donald Trump gets ready to take the oath of office.
We're going to see something that is going to be so amazing.
The celebrations and the protests. We're live with how it could impact your day. The Mexican drug lord known as El Chapo is brought to New York. New information on his extradition as he heads to court today. Bandits caught on video robbing a Manioc store of tens of thousands of dollars in merchandise. And a surprise visitor as a gator jumps on board a boat. PHL17 Morning News starts now. Good morning, I'm Jennifer Lewis Hall. A very busy morning as we cover the historic inaugural events happening in Washington, D.C. Rain is expected in the nation's capital today. You'll also need your umbrella here as well. Let's get a first check on weather with Jason Lee. Good morning. It is Friday.
It is Friday. That's the good thing. But yeah, rain down in D.C., rain here, and really clouds and rain off and on for the next few days. We're in this kind of like gloomy, cloudy, rainy stretch here in the Delaware Valley. Let's go outside. Skycam17 is checking out Center City, Philadelphia. Early on a Friday morning, we step out the front door. It's kind of cold out there. You'll see a layer of frost on the car this morning. We've got 30s and 20s across the region, 33 degrees right now in Philadelphia. Satellite radar shows that system that we're talking about. There it is, bringing us rain later on today, and of course rain, as we said, down for the folks in D.C. at the inauguration. That system moves out by later on tonight. We see that in Futurecast, so it's out of the way later on. But then we get into the rest of the weekend, and we see another system coming our way on Sunday, bringing us rain for Sunday. That rain could be heavy at times. So the call for today is this: rain up to 46 degrees. Later on tonight, some clouds and some fog moving around. 40 is the overnight low. And for tomorrow, we've got mostly cloudy and 56. 7-day on 17 coming up. Jen, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you very much, Jason. Let's get you out the door. The check of our traffic on the go this Friday morning. We do have a live look there at 676 at 24th Street. After being open overnight, things continue to be clear there. 502 right now for your morning commute. A crash in Doylestown, Route 202 southbound between Burnt House Hill Road and Swamp Road. That road is closed this morning. Looking at your mass transit, Amtrak on time, expecting folks to be taking the train to Washington, D.C. today. They say leave some extra time for that. Also, 476-95 and the Schuylkill Expressway are clear. We are just hours away from one of the hallmarks of American democracy, the peaceful transfer of power. Today, Donald Trump becomes our nation's 45th president. Kristen Holmes filed this report from Washington.
President-elect Donald Trump and members of the soon-to-be First Family touched down at Andrews Air Force Base today, kicking off Inauguration weekend. Trump attending a lunch with some of his cabinet picks, supporters, and donors at his new D.C. hotel.
I want to thank everybody. We've had such great support.
Before placing a wreath on the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington Cemetery, Vice President-elect Mike Pence at his side, and speaking at a welcome celebration and concert on the National Mall.
I look so forward to tomorrow. We're going to see something that is going to be so amazing.
In less than 24 hours, Trump will officially become the 45th president of the United States, sworn in by Chief Justice Roberts on Abraham Lincoln's Bible, as well as a Bible given to him by his late mother, and delivering a self-written speech, his first remarks as president. Giving a preview of that speech tonight.
And we're going to unify our country.
Not that I'm being defensive, I'm proud.
The Trump transition has been far from seamless. Donald Trump's cabinet roster of nominees is complete, but none have been confirmed. Still, many staffers will be on the job right away.
We're ready to go at 12:01 tomorrow.
We have 536 beachhead team members that will be reporting for duty at agencies following the inauguration bright and early on Monday morning.
And as for the final preparations as they're being made for the inauguration, demonstrators are gearing up for another day of protests. In Washington last night, demonstrators clashed with police outside a pro-Trump event at the Capitol. Police pushed protesters back from the building. Authorities reportedly used pepper spray on those in the crowd and made several arrests. In New York, Mayor Bill de Blasio and a number of celebrities held the We Stand United rally outside of Trump International Hotel. Reverend Al Sharpton, Rosie Perez, Robert De Niro, and Alec Baldwin were in attendance. There are also protests planned in Philadelphia, too, today and tomorrow. PHL17's Kyrie Stewart joins us live from Center City with more on that. Kyrie.
That's right, Jen. Demonstrations are set to begin today around noon in Center City. They'll continue into tomorrow with the Women's March along the Benjamin Franklin Parkway. I spoke to some people who spent the last few days prepping for it. With crowns, markers, and glue, this group of women in South Philly are preparing to make their voices heard this weekend. They're just a few out of 26,000 others that plan to attend the Women's March on Philadelphia. One even plans to attend the march in Washington. It's meant to be a peaceful and positive demonstration for women's equality. This group said they understand that it won't change the election results, but they hope it sends a message.
I think that this mass amount of numbers in multiple cities across the U.S. will show Trump and his administration that we're ready to take this seriously and we'll do anything we can to protect our rights.
Philly police said that drivers should expect delays around Center City, mainly around City Hall and Independence Hall. You should avoid those areas if possible. That march here on the Benjamin Franklin Parkway will begin around 10 a.m. and it will be followed by a rally at noon. Reporting live at the Art Museum, Kyrie Stewart, PHL17 Morning News.
All right, Kyrie, thank you very much. Well, amid heavy security, the Mexican drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman is expected to appear in federal court in Brooklyn today, where he will stand trial at a later scheduled date. El Chapo, considered by many as Mexico's most prized prisoner, known for his elaborate prison escapes and eluding the law, arrived late yesterday in New York after he was extradited to the United States.
When most Americans think of organized crime, they naturally think of guys like John Gotti, Al Capone. They pale in comparison to Chapo Guzman.
Reports say the extradition may have been timed to turn over Guzman ahead of today's inauguration in Washington. He is accused of overseeing a trafficking cartel with billions of dollars in profits. New overnight, a man fleeing police after stabbing his brother ran down a group of people with his car on a busy pedestrian mall in Australia. 3 people, including a baby, were killed, 20 others injured. The driver was shot by police and taken into custody. It all happened around 2 in the afternoon in Melbourne, which is hosting the Australian Open tennis tournament. In central Italy, rescuers are frantically searching for survivors after an avalanche swallowed a ski resort there. Up to 30 people may still be inside. So far, the body of one victim has been recovered. Due to the hotel's remote location, rescue teams had to ski several miles through a blizzard with 16-foot snowdrifts to get there. Coming up, the latest automobile recall. We tell you why more than 500,000 cars have been sent back to the shop. Caught on camera, the frightening moment that a semi-truck crashes into a school bus. Plus, the viral video of a gator catching a ride on a boat. We talked to the couple who shot it all live on Facebook.
Contrary to ancient wisdom, the sun doesn't rise. We do. Yet, the more we travel, the more the world pushes back, corralling us and controlling us. So, we seek a place where we're given a choice. Not just to get up, but to rise.
What are you doing up?
Mom said I can have a midnight snack.
It's not even midnight. It's 10:43.
Well, let's have a 10:43 snack.
Quietly, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Shh. Hey, I'll share my Yoplait custard if you share your Yoplait dippers.
Deal.
Deal.
The family favorite, Yoplait.
Scary moments for passengers on a bus in Syracuse, New York. According to police, the driver of a pickup truck was exiting a highway when he went off the road and hit the bus. The incident remains under investigation. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. And a look at this scene at a busy Florida intersection. A semi-truck pulls right into the path of an oncoming school bus. Oh, inside, you can see the bus driver's assistant thrown from her seat. The children were wearing seat belts. No one was seriously hurt. Remarkably, the truck driver was issued a citation by police. And a consumer alert this morning, 13 automakers are adding cars to the massive Takata airbag recall. According to reports, the Takata inflators can't explode, sending shrapnel flying. The brands affected include Audi, Nissan, Subaru, Mitsubishi, and Mazda. In all, the recall covers more than than 652,000 vehicles in the United States. So see if your car is included. You can go to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration website and see that information there. Let's get a check of the weather right now as some rain headed our way today. Jason Lee's got that for us.
Hey, Jen, good morning. Yep, rain coming our way. Kind of a chilly start to the day as well across the area. 33 degrees in Philadelphia as we wake up this morning. PHL Futurecast shows that system that's bringing us the rain. There it is. It moves on in here around midday. The rain moves on through later on. By tonight, the system's out of the way, but as we get through the weekend, we're watching another system. There it is coming up from the south, and that's going to hit us on Sunday morning. Early Sunday morning, we'll wake up to see some rain, see some heavier bands of showers as well, so that rain could be heavy at times. The rain sticks around for Monday and a windy day on Monday as well. Kind of a long stretch of gloomy weather around here. Weather headlines, we see that in the headlines. Our first headline, though, is, well, we'll call it Inauguration, because the system bringing us rain is going to bring rain down in D.C. as well. As I'm saying, a long stretch of cloudy, rainy weather around here. But looking at the bright side of things, it will be mild this weekend. Got to look at the positives, right? Rain, 46. That's the call for today. Cloudy and fog tonight, down to 40. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, 56 for tomorrow. 7-day on 17 shows a lot of rain coming our way. Sunshine returns by midweek. Jen, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you very much. Well, checking sports this morning. Could pro football be headed to Sin City? Reports this morning say the Oakland Raiders have filed a relocation request to move to Las Vegas. For the move to happen, 24 of the 32 NFL team owners have to approve it. Now, that vote could happen as early as March. The Raiders plan on building a $1.9 billion domed stadium on the Las Vegas Strip. Owner Mark Davis says the Raiders would play in Oakland for a couple more seasons while the stadium is being built. Coming up next, a development on the story involving an alleged animal cruelty and Hollywood movie. Plus, a local group heads to the inaugural parade and amazing pictures. The Limbo Queen gets busy at the airport. That and more next.
Traffic on the Go is brought to you by Cure Auto Insurance. Drive well.
The premiere of the film A Dog's Purpose isn't happening. Universal Pictures decided to cancel the premiere after this video surfaced of a film crew member apparently forcing a dog into water. PETA has called this animal cruelty. The movie is still scheduled to hit theaters next Friday. Meanwhile, the production studio is investigating the incident. Newly released video shows the arrest of Markeith Lloyd, accused of killing his pregnant ex-girlfriend and an Orlando police officer. The video shows what appears to be a police officer kicking Lloyd during the arrest. Now, Orlando's police chief says Lloyd was wearing body armor and that officers were worried he might have been hiding something. The chief added that Lloyd was not complying with officers' demands to put his hands behind his back. Lloyd is currently being held without bond. The search continues for 3 bandits who robbed a consignment shop in Manayunk. Philadelphia police have released a surveillance video from inside the Remix Designer consignment shop on Main Street. The video there shows one man posing as a customer. Now, out of camera range, he then tied up a store employee and a customer with zip ties before letting 2 more accomplices in. About $60,000 worth of merchandise was stolen. Anyone with information is being asked to call police. Pennsylvania officials are calling for new statewide legislation to protect minors from anti-LGBT conversion therapy. State Representative Brian Sims, the state's first openly gay representative, held a press conference yesterday at City Hall. Mayor Jim Kenney was among those gathered there. Sims said conversion therapy is child abuse and pointed to other states like New Jersey, which have already passed similar laws.
This is not medicine and that this is not science. It is, in fact, child abuse. Both Democratic and Republican governors have signed conversion therapy bans into law. This isn't a bipartisan issue. It's an issue about protecting children, and I think it's the kind of issue that can see support in our state legislature.
I'd just like to make a suggestion to parents who are concerned that their children may be part of the LGBT community. Tell them you love them, hug them, tell them that they're valuable, and tell them that you'll be there to support them throughout their lives. And I think that's the best thing you can do for your kids, not connect them to an electrical device.
Well, the legislation has been proposed before and did not pass. Supporters hope it can be supported this time around. As he prepares to leave office, President Obama has commuted sentences for 330 people, most of them serving long-term sentences for drug crimes. In a press conference earlier this week, the president talked about granting clemency to Chelsea Manning, a former Army intelligence officer. A reported 1,715 people have received computations during this time in office. Among those, 568 were sentenced to life in prison. Mr. Obama said in a letter to those individuals that he granted their applications because they demonstrated the potential to turn their lives around. Turning to the presidential inauguration, 2 local groups from Pennsylvania will be participating in the inaugural parade in Washington today. The Franklin Regional High School Marching Band from Murrysville and a group from Philadelphia. The 1st Troop Philadelphia City Cavalry will be participating in the inaugural parade. 18 soldiers will be riding horses from our area at the tail end of the parade. PHL17's Vidalva attended their final practice at Valley Forge Military Academy earlier this week.
For months now, soldiers from the 1st City Troop have been preparing their horses here at Valley Forge Military Academy for the inauguration of Donald Trump. When Nick Miccarelli mounts his horse Hitman Friday morning, the Iraq war vet says he'll be a part of history.
We're a pretty unique unit.
The 1st Troop Philadelphia City Cavalry is the nation's oldest military unit in continuous service. Founded in 1774, they've escorted George Washington, John Adams, and soon Donald Trump.
The eyes of the world are upon us.
Millions of people in Washington, D.C. will watch the 18-horse troop as they march in the parade.
Our Valley Forge horses are pretty unique.
Maria Metz has been responsible for preparing the soldiers riding and the horses for any type of environment.
So they're used to sirens, they're used to loud noises, they're used to the different colors and smells. So we kind of have an awesome opportunity to take our horses down to DC and be like, hey, our horses are used to this. So we've prepped them a lot, though.
And the horses aren't the only ones who have been through a lot of training. The troop's members are all a part of the Pennsylvania Army National Guard.
A lot of the guys that will be riding have served overseas in different capacities. I think most everybody has actually served overseas in one way or another.
And as these proud soldiers watch Donald Trump take the reins of the country, they say they're just glad they can serve the Republic like their local troop has done for centuries.
It's something that's been one of the most rewarding parts of my life.
In Wayne, Matt Alba, PHL17 Morning News.
Wow, wonderful story. Well, a record-breaking limbo artist puts on a clinic at an airport waiting area, and wouldn't you know it, it's going viral. Self-proclaimed a limbo queen, Shamika Charles, needed a couple of minutes to warm up, but then she got low, very low, and limboed mere inches off the floor under a set of seats at Philadelphia International. Charles actually holds a Guinness World Record for limbo. What do you know? How low can you go?
Oh, that's amazing.
It's not only amazing, that's wow.
How do you do that?
I don't know how you do that. Most people can't. But she did, and I certainly would have watched myself. That's amazing.
I would topple over before too long. How low can the temps go? That's the question, because we're waking up to some cold conditions this morning. Outside we go. SkyCam17 in Center City, Philadelphia. It looks good, but you walk out the front door, it is kind of cold out there. 20s and 30s across the region, hanging in at 33 degrees right now in Philadelphia. Rain will arrive by midday. Futurecast shows us that with us through the afternoon. It's out of the way tonight. Now, tomorrow is a mainly dry day, but then another system moves in on Sunday. There it is. That'll bring us some rain Sunday that could be heavy at times. Call for today is this, my friends. Rain with a high of 46. Clouds and fog tonight down to 40 degrees. Mostly cloudy skies. Couple breaks of sunshine tomorrow, but a mostly cloudy day, and 56 is the high. 7 days coming up, Jen. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you so much. Let's get you out the door with a check of our traffic on the go this Friday morning. A live look there at 76 at Spring Garden, and we are seeing plenty of headlights out there today as well as taillights out there. 521, so folks out on the roadways actually early. We'll see if there's a disabled car out there for you as well. Amtrak, leave plenty of time if you're traveling to and from Washington today. Your mass transit is on time. Well, a big congratulations to the 2017 Sugar House Casino Mummers Parade Viewers' Choice Award winners. Woodland String Band and Satin Slipper Fancy Brigade. PHL17 hosted the 2017 Sugar House Casino Mummers Parade Viewers' Choice Awards last night at Sugar House Casino. PHL17's General Manager Vince Giannini and Sugar House's Wendy Hamilton were both in attendance. Along with giant trophies, both clubs took home a $2,500 prize from Sugar House Casino. It's now time to plan your weekend. Our PHL17's Chandler Lutz has your weekend picks.
Good morning, Jen. Today is the inauguration of our 45th president, and you don't have to be in Washington to witness history in the making. Right here in Philadelphia, the National Constitution Center will host Inauguration Day with educational programs highlighting momentous presidential inaugurations throughout history. In addition to their main exhibit, The Story of We the People, they will also be broadcasting the inauguration live as the president-elect takes the oath of office. This nonpartisan institution invites all voices to come and share in this historic time. In honor of Edgar Allan Poe's birthday yesterday, the Raven Society, the young professional group of the Free Library of Philadelphia, cordially invites you to Poe Party 2017 for an evening of cocktails and conversation about the American writer, all within the beautiful backdrop of the rare book department of the library. It's time to ring in the year of the rooster. The 36th annual Chinese New Year celebration is happening this weekend. Dive into the culture with the Road of the Lion dance and parade, Zodiac gallery tours, Tai Chi, and martial arts demonstrations. This day-long extravaganza will be held in the Penn Museum's China Gallery.
All right, Chandler, thank you. Well, coming up, it's a close encounter nobody wants to experience, a gator climbing into your boat. We meet the couple who caught the whole thing on camera next. And now to our best friend of the day. Meet Somerset. This pit bull mix is 3 years old. He was found as a stray and is looking for a home with a lot of love. Let's help this little pup find a family to call his own. For more on our best friend of the day, check us out at Mums and Mutts on PHL17.com. Let's get a check of the forecast now with Jason Lee. Got to get the rain gear for the dog, for yourself. You're headed out there today.
You need it for everybody, right, Jen?
Yeah.
The umbrella, you need the raincoat. Yeah, actually, that's old hat by now. It's been raining so much around here lately. 33 degrees right now in Philadelphia, even in the 20s in certain areas. Doppler radar shows there's that rain just to the west of us. That'll be here before we know it. Right around midday, the rain will arrive. It'll last through the afternoon. That system moves out of the way, but then another one comes in for the weekend. We'll see that momentarily in the 7-day. Rain in 46 today. Clouds and fog, 40 tonight, mostly cloudy tomorrow with highs in the mid-50s. Here's the 7-day on 17. Shows more rain on Sunday, windy conditions on Monday. Jen, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you very much. Well, a Missouri couple got a little more excitement than they were planning for while vacationing in Florida, and it was all caught on Facebook Live. Paula Morehouse has the story.
Yeah. The Florida swamps draw tourists from all over, including Tyler Hendry, who convinced his wife to join the fun.
I kind of had to talk Emerald into going on it.
Yeah, I didn't want to go. Tyler was so eager to spot a gator that when he did, he had his camera rolling. But remember that saying, be careful what you wish for?
Hey, and that's when, boom, it just happened all of a sudden.
The Hendrys say the wind blew their boat right up next to the bank. Their tour guide was just about to push off when the alligator leapt onto their boat, scuttled across, got stuck for a few seconds before splashing into the water.
At that point, it kind of, for a few seconds, was like, this isn't real life right now.
After scurrying to a safer spot on the boat, they realized the gator just wanted to be back in the water.
I was like, oh my goodness, I'm still alive. Let's film the camera again.
After all, he had a captive audience because he was recording all of this on Facebook Live.
My sister was watching it live, and she said that she thought she was watching the end.
Yeah, she was like, I thought I was going to get to see the end of my brother. Like, she was excited. Obviously, she was joking.
They can laugh about the experience now. Although the Springfield couple intends to visit the Sunshine State again, they might not cap off this excursion.
Maybe we don't really want to top it. We'll just plateau right at this one, and maybe a little tamer trips from now.
Oh, maybe tamer trips for sure. Well, that's it for PHL17 Morning News at 5. And stick around. Coming up at 5:30, Paul McCartney wants his songs back. We'll tell you what that's all about. And later, meet an artist who paints amazing works of art on a Cheez-It. Stay with us.